Knowing your role as a speaker is key to success. Get this wrong and a bad impression is formed. Find out what we should do in today's show. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back to Year 4, this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Franchise Owner Tokyo, Master Trainer, President of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the Japanese translation of Japan Sales Mastery. My new book is Stop Wasting Money on Training, or in Japanese, トレーニングでお金を無駄にするのはやめましょう. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 164, and we are talking about presenters must do their homework. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment. Be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience, everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the High Impact Presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. I was at a speech recently given by a very prominent person, an extremely experienced speaker, to a very prestigious audience. There were two particular problems with the speech. One was it was set for 25 minutes, but the speaker finished in 8 minutes. The second problem was that the most interesting part of the speech was not readily accessible for the audience. Both issues stem from a lack of homework before giving the speech. Japan is a very formal country. If a speech is scheduled for 25 minutes, it has to last that long, or otherwise it upsets the timetable. It creates a gap, and organisers here in Japan are not renowned for their flexibility and capacity to ad-lib. It also sends a subtle negative message to the audience that they are not worth preparing a 25-minute speech for. It comes off as being disrespectful and flippant. I was sitting in the audience, listening to the proceedings, and was surprised to hear the speaker wrapping things up. Another audience member caught my eye as we both realized this is coming to an abrupt and rather shocking end. It certainly didn't leave the right impression with the audience. They felt cheated and that they had not been taken seriously and respected enough given how self-important they are. I have often been asked to speak to Japanese groups from 4 to 6 p.m. It is late in the day when people are already tired from the morning and early afternoon sessions. The length of a 2-hour speech is taxing for an audience to stay connected with the subject and with the speaker. I wonder why they would want to put the audience through that ordeal. After doing a number of these long speeches, I eventually realized I was the filler between the end of their own program and the party. The food and drinks were ready from a 6 p.m. start, and I needed to keep tap dancing until that time. So before you speak, carefully check on how long they want you to occupy this part of the program. The organisers usually have very little interest in the quality end of the experience. They just need the slot filled, and you need to understand that is your role. Knowing this will help you in your preparation. Now, our big name speaker, in my example, actually had some really intriguing photos with him, but he hadn't thought to put them on slides and show them to everyone. Waving the actual photos around from the podium isn't quite as exciting as projecting them up onto a huge screen and then telling everyone the backstory. The point here is, do your homework in Japan before you speak. Check on the logistics, the reasoning behind the schedule, the equipment availability at that venue for what you need. Who will be in my audience? What are they interested in? What is their knowledge of the subject? How can I impress them? Will there be consecutive or simultaneous translation going on if you're doing it in English? No one prepares to fail, but we do fail to prepare, don't we? I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Our website details are on screen now, enjapan.dalecarney.com. It's awesome value, so please check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Touches in Share show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcasto show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews, wherever you get your podcast. Also, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television show. Every Friday, the Japan Business Mastery show, and every Saturday, Japan's top business interviews on YouTube. We appreciate your support. Please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses. And please join us in that endeavor. In episode 165, we're talking about leader ageism. Onegai tashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan business mastery.